Hey, what's up? This is Pat Leach. I want to show you about Lisk, which is a software protocol being designed in Berlin, Germany, that will allow JavaScript developers to deploy their own sidechain, which will be attached to the main Lisk blockchain, and establish their own unique tokenized economy. Check it.
Primitos Media Sample.
All of these beats are original, so I made a new user account, Lisk of course. Password, Lisk. This is not necessarily an in-depth study of the Lisk blockchain, but more so a synopsis of my relationship with this coin over the past year. Search lisk.io, where you'll find this beautifully designed website that did not exist 1 year ago. The homepage's upper tabs cleanly identify the game plan. The Documents page has a collection of the core fundamentals of this blockchain, which can be scrutinized deeper through the index on the left. The Academy page will explain to you everything you need to know about Lisk Academy. There is definitely a strong force pushing forth education within the Lisk blockchain. I suggest you subscribe to their YouTube channel. Check it out. And download Brave Browser if you haven't yet. It blocks all ads and trackers. Their welcoming video is a professionally designed promotion. That's what we need, a little bit more of that. If you scroll down, you'll find an easy click-through directory for all the videos that they've released. Educational animations, inside the office vlogs, and updates to software. It's all right here. Definitely subscribe. Alright, let's check out the events page and see where Lisk has been. And they've been to a lot of places. They're definitely showing face, that's for sure. And their creative lead is on point because this stuff is so visually appealing. But check this out. They were at Consensus 2018, and that's where I met up with some of the boys. New York City is not upstate New York. That's a fact. So get this. Oh, Google, come on. But, alright, there's the city. There's home base right there. Catskills. Yeah. Nah, and they're purring. Got skills. I'm at 9th. Alright, let's check out their social. Instagram, Reddit, Medium, whatever that is, Twitter, GitHub. These guys and girls are active, that's for sure. And they'll let you know. So definitely follow them. If you're definitely looking to get posted, I follow the Reddit every day and I've learned so much. The Medium is ridiculously informative and there's just constant facts coming at you on Twitter. Check this out. Lisk ranks in Crypto Valley's top 50. Switzerland and Liechtenstein. That's pretty badass. And then their GitHub. This is where they post all their open source code. This is like the social media platform for coders. This is where those who give their work away like to host it. Help Lisk out and give their survey a try. Alright, let's go back to the main page and check out the team. This Crypty Fork of 2 has evolved into a massive team. 94 individuals diligently working with different skill sets with the same focus and goal to disrupt the past and design the future. Check out my attempt to do that. Elusiferium. It's a study of consciousness. So now let's get into what actually matters. The tech, the product, the promise, the community, and why I'm involved in this blockchain. Last year at this time, this website had a simple landing page where you could download the Lisk Nano wallet. Now we're getting closer to the SDK. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll find a couple links that will redirect you to what we just overviewed. But let's go to where I started. Let's get the Lisk Nano wallet. We'll find the file on GitHub, which you're familiar with already. Alright. DMG file because I'm running Macintosh, but select your specified operating system and run it. This is the old logo, this crazy arcane blue crystal filled with blockchain dust of the future. Alright, the Lisk Nano wallet has a pretty primitive design, it's very basic. You can log in or you can create a new wallet, so let's create one by just moving our mouse around, and that's our generated passphrase. We want to save this with our life. It is our password and nobody else can access the wallet unless they have this password. I'm just doing this for an example, but you should write this down offline. Definitely write it on some paper, and it's easy to remember. Okay, so we're going to verify this with the missing word, which is pyramid. Excellent keyword. And it's that simple. I've just logged on to the Lisk blockchain, and that's my new username. So I want to save that. This address is the one you want to share with people. That's why it's called the public address. It is your receive address. Your username is your receive address, and this is where you send Lisk to. Do not show anyone your passphrase. Every address is associated with a QR code, so you can also save that image and send it to people. The Lisk Nano wallet has a voting mechanism because Lisk is a delegated proof-of-stake blockchain, and it uses a proof-of-stake algorithm. The community votes for 101 individuals to run servers to verify all the transactions within our blockchain. And sitting in the 101th spot, Hirish, who I'll bring to your attention shortly and show you why I voted for him. Votes can be changed at any time, and there's currently a small fee associated with that. But these are the people that secure our network, and they deserve these positions, and they're voted in for them. Not to mention that these delegates, as they're called, are handsomely rewarded for verifying transactions. Vekix Asia also gets my vote, as I respect these two delegates highly for their attention to security. Alright, let me just play around with this wallet again. I'm going to show you. I'm going to just log in with that passphrase. Copy paste, it's really easy. Okay, log in. So now that you've learned to sign on to the Lisk blockchain and create a wallet, how do you fill it with Lisk? Well, let's go find out where it's traded at coinmarketcap.com. Its ticker symbol is LSK, and these blockchains are listed by the most valuable. If we scroll down on its page, you'll see the Markets tab. Open that and it will give you a list of every single exchange that Lisk trades on. We're going to go to Binance. This will give us a link to their site directly. I will allow cookies so we can show you a little bit more. Let's go to the Advanced Exchange. And up top here, you'll see that there's several exchanges. There's a Bitcoin exchange, an Ether exchange, a US dollar value exchange, and a native Binance token exchange. Lisk is tradable for everything except US dollar Tether on this exchange. But you would send some Bitcoin here, or Binance coin, or Ether, make a trade for some Lisk, go into your withdrawals tab, and then send that out to the wallet you just created, using the address or QR code right inside the wallet. They're called exchanges for a reason, so send your crypto there and then send it off. Don't leave it hanging out on there, because exchanges can get hacked. Binance will allow you to move 2 Bitcoin value in and out daily without an ID. Since the Lisk Nano wallet's inception, so much progress has gotten made on so many of the different fundamentals. So let's check out Lisk Hub, which will probably do away with Lisk Nano eventually. But I'm going to show you why I prefer the Nano right now. Let's check out the Hub. Alright, install that file and then drag it down to your dock. This is an entirely different application than the Lisk Nano and has a huge graphic user interface upgrade. So let's open that up and you can see that we can sign in with our old password because it still operates on the same main chain. It's just a little bit more gangster now. It has a lot more potential. So check this out. So each and every Lisk ID that we create has its unique avatar, geometry, and you can create as many wallets as you'd like until you're satisfied with your avatar. Alright, so obviously you can see your balance here, and over here we can search for any ID that we like. And the dashboard is the page that we are currently on right now. This will give you Lisk price action chart statistics, and there's news over on the right side. The wallet is pretty self-explanatory. This is basically like the Lisk Nano wallet within inside the Lisk Hub. And last but not least, sidechains. This is where we'll have access to each and every decentralized application that is built on the side of the Lisk blockchain. And there's some settings. So, play around with it. It's free to download and it's a great little educational tool. So pretty self-explanatory and right in your face. We know what's going on now. Yeah, so we got the Twitter news to the right. This feed itself should keep you pretty informed with what's going on inside Lisk headquarters. The chart's cute, 7 days, 2 weeks, but it's not something that you'd be charting on, obviously. But it gives you a good overview of where we've been. And we have an option to follow Lisk IDs. So let's follow ourselves. And I will remind you one more time, storing your passphrases in a note like this is not safe. It's your Lisk ID that can be displayed publicly. There is also an option to copy it within the Lisk Hub, and let's paste it here. Yep, it matches. Alright, and it gives us an option to name it. Lisk John. Nice. So now I can just log into the hub and I can keep track of this Lisk ID, whether it's the Lisk Foundation itself, a client's portfolio, or my personal wallets. Alright, so let's make a new wallet. I'm gonna make a crazy wallet, this one. And, alright, it's going crazy. Ha! Assault. These artificially intelligent computers are humorous. No brass knuckles, a brass knee. Hilarious. Alright, so this is my new passphrase for my second Lisk ID. Now we gotta find the word after noodle, which is any. So let's verify that. And we created a second Lisk ID. And this is our username. So let's copy that and we will stick it in our notes. And we are gonna follow it in the Lisk Hub. But let's go back and just use the Explorer so you can see how the search bar up top just finds an ID. Alright, I'm just gonna push enter. And alright, let's follow that ID and let's name it. As you can see, the Lisk Hub is sort of an evolution of the Lisk Nano. Now you've noticed that they have like this timeout, session timeout thing here now. That's pretty cool. You log in and then in 10 minutes it logs you out automatically. Pretty cool. Alright, well, let's log out. And let's create a Lisk ID from within the Lisk Hub. Let's move the mouse around a little bit more. All right, let's get our passphrase. We're gonna have to verify the passphrase. Okay, yes. Yes, I'm gonna write it down. Okay, so copy this and write this down offline. Do not put it in a digital notepad on your computer. This is bad practice. All right, so copy it, verify it like it asks. It asks for 2 questions here. The Nano's only 1, so I guess that's a little bit better security. Castle Panda. And that's how to create a Lisk ID through the Lisk Hub. So let's copy that and go to our dashboard. And look at it, it's a 10-minute sign out timer. I like that. So that's our 3rd Lisk ID. You can send and request Lisk through the wallet tab. This is still very user friendly, and the simplicity is definitely here. And sidechains. I would imagine that there would be a decentralized exchange coming along here. I don't know if it would be in the sidechain option, but all right, let's log out. And when logging back in, I wish there was a different option here. Log in with Ledger. Now, let's take a look at something. I'm going to quit both the Lisk Hub and the Lisk Nano wallet. I'm going to do an internet search for Delegate Hirish and his Liskish wallet that he's created, which is a fork of the Lisk Nano wallet. Why is Google my search engine at the moment? It should be DuckDuckGo. I wonder if that New York City search changed it temporarily. Strange. Here on Medium, you'll find an article that Delegate Hirish wrote. This is about the Ledger Nano S integration with the Lisk Nano wallet. This is not a Ledger Nano S setup tutorial. If you do not know how to set up Ledger Nano S, there are some great videos out on the internet. This device allows you to store your private keys offline and access several different cryptographic blockchain assets, tokens, and coins. Make sure that your ledger is up to date. Alright, let's head over to Hirish's GitHub, where we can find his open source code for the Liskish fork wallet. Download it, and then install it, and then drag the icon to your dock. This fork is the Lisk Nano wallet with the hardware integration. Thanks a lot for your work, Hirish. Alright, so let's drop that down here and open it up. This wallet definitely looks slick, and it operates on the same main chain as the other 2 wallets, and you could log in with your same passphrase. Wallets just give us access to the blockchain. They are not actually where our money is stored. Here, so we'll take a look. I'll log into the other one. Yeah, it might be a bit redundant, but it's good to look at this stuff over and over because it's so simple, and you could be logged into the same ID across multiple wallets. It's good to play around with this stuff and get used to it before you actually send value. The wallet you choose to use is completely up to you. If you're not using a hardware wallet, you can register a second passphrase. This is 12 words to get into the wallet, and additional 12 words to send funds out. You can also register to be a delegate, and you can give your account a title. This is one quality, unfortunately, that the Liskish wallet does not support. So let's log out of that wallet, and see this option to log in with a Ledger Nano S? Hirish respectfully pirated the Lisk Nano code and modified it. This is referred to as forking. Alright, so this is a Ledger Nano S. The keep key, I believe, also holds Lisk, but you have to do that through Shapeshift, which is now a know your customer type deal, and it's not anonymous. Sellout. Alright, so let's plug this in. That turns it on. It's its source of power, and I'm going to put my PIN code in. This device generates private keys offline. Write these down and secure them safely. Memorize them, because if you lose the device, you can replace it and restore your assets with that passphrase. You can install multiple wallets on this device, and you can also uninstall them, and that does not affect your assets. Ledger does have a manager application, which I'll show you in a bit. Let's log into the Lisk wallet by pushing both buttons at the same time. The Liskish wallet was now authorized to give me access through the Ledger Nano S button. So just click on it, and there we go. I created this wallet 9 days ago, and I've already received my first payout, and they're going to continue to come in at about 11% per year. Now I'd like to show you what role Delegate Vekik Asia played in this. This delegate designed the application that you see within inside the hardware device. So if we go over here, you'll see that Lisk doesn't show up as an asset supported by the Ledger company itself. So let's download their application because it's absolutely necessary to have if you want to run a Ledger Nano hardware wallet. So let's install it, and I'm going to drag it down to my dock and open it up. And this is why hardware wallets are so great, because they require a physical verification on the device itself. Moreover, the private keys are generated within the device and are never exposed to the internet. So let's select Ledger Nano OS, and of course I created my own pin. And yes, I have my recovery phase, chiseled into metal and buried deep within the woods. Alright, the ledger is requesting verification. If the device is genuine, it will grant us access to the assets that are being protected by this ledger's passphrase. Set your custom password, and I remove the analytics. Welcome to the Ledger Live. You'll notice that when trying to add Lisk as an asset to one of your accounts, it is not recognized. That is because the Lisk Ledger integration was an external development and not designed by the Ledger team itself. So we need to turn developer mode on. But I'm going to click it off for right now, because we're going to go into the manager, and it's going to want verification again, and we will search for the Lisk wallet. Bear in mind that developer mode is disabled. This developer specifically was Delegate Vekix Asia. Lisk has a strong collaborative community.
Permitos Media Sample.
We are not limited to the Ledger Nano OS when using the Liskish wallet. You can sign in with any Lisk ID passphrase. And it's really easy to vote for who you want to secure the blockchain. Keep in mind there is a small fee. Alright, let's get out of this, and I'm going to show you how to install the Lisk application inside the Ledger Nano OS. So make sure developer mode is on, and go into the manager settings. You're going to need to verify your device again. Once you've been authorized, simply search for the Lisk wallet. And as long as you're in developer mode, the option will be available. Keep in mind that the Ledger Nano OS does have a capacity for the amount of apps that can be held within it. So choose your blockchains wisely. Now, it seems like something's missing from this page. Right next to the sign in button. Let me just manifest this new button right here. What do you think, Max? This hardware device and these software applications are just the gateway to your data. So check this. As long as you have access to the internet and a device that can hold the application, you could download this software and log into it from anywhere in the world and transfer Lisk to anyone, anywhere, anytime for a very small fee. And when you can safely store your private keys and sign transactions offline, that adds tremendous value to your blockchain. And just like before on my other computer, one click and you've entered your wallet. The ledger will also require you to physically verify outgoing transactions. All of our information is stored in the blockchain, and it just takes accessing one of these software applications to view our data. And if by chance you need to get up and go, just quickly disconnect the ledger, and you're gone.
Lisk just released their mobile wallet, and come the implementation of the dynamic fee system, this really brings the cash element to the Lisk blockchain. The wallet is very visually appealing and super user-friendly. However, I mentioned in the Lisk Reddit that it needs an explorer, because personally I don't feel comfortable with typing my passphrase into a software wallet. This is why I think hardware integration is critical. Max quickly responded with something like simplicity is key. And after ruminating with that for a while, I agree. Simplicity is what's gonna allow this thing to go mainstream real quick. There actually already is an application designed for tracking our Lisk IDs. It's called Lisk Hub. Check it out.
There is a simplistic element to this application that makes it very user-friendly. This is called the Mobile Hub for Lisk. Its only purpose is to track addresses. So let's open it up and give credit where credit's due. Good looking, Elevate. Appreciate it. You can type in the Lisk ID, or you can use the QR code scanner, just by pushing it. It'll bring up your camera, and all you have to do is scan the QR code receive address. You can find this in the Receive Lisk section of your wallet. Save your QR code as an image and share it with people. This is your public address. I'm going to grab the iPad, and I'm going to scan the QR code with the QR code scanner. This is going to bring up my Lisk ID. It's really that simple, and we'll also have the option to save this as a particular name and track our payouts. Thanks, Elevate. You can track each and every one of your Lisk addresses without having to put in your passphrase. Now that's really good security. So let's add another Lisk ID, and let's use the QR code scanner and scan one of the wallets we just made. So let's go into the Receive Lisk tab of whatever, this bottom one, and we'll log in and go to the Receive Lisk tab and scan that QR code with your device. Now, this is what Max was talking about not incorporating into the Lisk mobile wallet, which I'll show you now. Just go to the App Store and type in Lisk. It should be the first app to show up. Download that, and while you're there, scroll down a little bit, and download Elevate's hub. And continue. Create a Lisk ID. I understand. Copy the passphrase. Write this down offline. Do not put it in a note. We're going to have to verify. Go back to the Lisk app and input the words that it's asking you for, just like Lisk Nano and Lisk Hub. The verification process gives you access to the Lisk blockchain. Input your passphrase and sign in. That's your receive address, your public ID, which you can copy and share with others. The Send tab allows you to trade Lisk with anyone else who has a Lisk wallet. All you have to do is scan their receive address with your QR code. If someone wants to send you Lisk, just go to your Request tab and find your QR code or your user ID. Get ready for the Lisk tokenized economy. Although I suppose the real question is, when will you sign on?
If you found this video helpful and you think someone else might, please share it. And if you like my beats and the video and you're feeling generous, drop a Lisk tip in the address below. Thanks.